In high-stakes survival, there is a 3-second rule: 3 seconds to live or 3 seconds to fail. Elite operators don't fight, they execute. They don't trade blows or feed their ego. They use silence, precision, and the cold laws of biology. While most are taught to survive a struggle, we teach you how to ensure the struggle never happens. These are the 10 forbidden rules of engagement. And rule number 1 is the only thing standing between a survivor and a statistic. This is a briefing you won't get anywhere else. Rule 10. The 3-second window indecision is the silent killer in every violent encounter. When a threat materializes, the average person falls into a cognitive loop of denial, wasting precious seconds wondering if what they are seeing is real. Elite survival is built on the 3-second rule. The moment the atmosphere shifts, you have 3 seconds to commit to an exit, a de-escalation, or a decisive action. If you wait for permission or certainty, your biology will succumb to the freeze response, locking your muscles while the attacker closes the distance. In the lab, we teach that a fast decision beats a perfect one every time. Indecision is a choice to fail. Decide and move before the window closes. Rule 9. Own the blind side. Aggression is almost always linear, but survival is geometric. Most people instinctively square up to a threat, standing chest to chest in the kill zone where the attacker's power is highest. Forbidden geometry dictates that you must own the flank. By stepping just 45 degrees to the side, you bypass the attacker's line of fire and enter their blind side. You are now positioned behind their weapons while they are still calibrated to a ghost. Think of a predator circling its prey. It never attacks the horns or the teeth. It moves to the shadow where the target is vulnerable and unable to pivot. Rule 8. Silence is your first weapon. The loudest person in the room is often the most vulnerable. Amateurs telegraph their intentions through heavy breathing, tensed shoulders, and verbal posturing, all of which provide the attacker with the data they need to react. A professional operates in total silence. By keeping your body relaxed and your face expressionless, you deny the attacker any information. When you move from a state of complete stillness to a state of complete action without a verbal or physical tell, you move faster than the human eye can process. Silence is the ultimate camouflage. It ensures that by the time they realize a fight has started, it has already ended. Rule 7. Break their structure. Strength is a temporary variable, but structural alignment is a constant law of physics. No matter how much muscle a man has, his power is entirely dependent on the relationship between his shoulders, spine, and hips. If you can disrupt that alignment by tilting the head or rotating the shoulder line, his strength evaporates. You aren't fighting his muscles, you are negating his frame. Once the structural integrity of the body is compromised, the attacker cannot generate force or maintain a stance. You are essentially pulling the foundation out from under a skyscraper. Once the structure breaks, gravity does the rest of the work for you. Rule 6. Off balance beats power. Never attempt to trade blows with a motivated attacker. Instead, steal their balance. A man who is struggling to stay upright cannot effectively use his hands or weapons. By manipulating the attacker's center of gravity, forcing it just 2 inches outside the base of their feet, you turn their own body weight into a liability. This is the science of the unbalanced mind. When the brain receives a signal that the body is falling, it reflexively abandons the attack command to prioritize the stabilize command. It's not a wrestling match. It's a gravity-assisted shutdown that leaves them grasping for air while you walk away. Rule 5. One target. One action rule. Complexity is the mother of failure under high adrenaline stress. In the heat of a struggle, fine motor skills disappear and movie choreography falls apart. Survival dictates a brutal simplicity. Pick one high-value anatomical target, the eyes for vision deletion, the throat for airflow negation, or the base for structural collapse, and perform one decisive, overwhelming action. Do not stay to spar or land a combination. Perform the action, verify the result, and immediately exit the environment. One action, maximum output, zero ego. Anything more is just an opportunity for the situation to get worse. Rule 4. Freeze frame awareness. Under the surge of adrenaline, most people experience Tachysensia, a warping of time where everything becomes a blur of noise and motion. To survive, you must master the visual stutter through freeze frame awareness. By controlling your breathing and lowering your heart rate, you can force your brain to process data at a higher frequency than the attacker. While they are blinded by the tunnel vision of their own rage, you are observing the scene with clinical detachment, identifying weapons, exits, and secondary threats. You aren't just seeing the fight, you are deconstructing it as it happens. While they are moving in a panicked rush, you are seeing the world in slow motion. You see the gaps in their guard, the clumsy weight shifts, and the clear path to the exit. If you remain the calmest person in the room, you become the most dangerous person in the room. Rule 3. Exit before entry. The ultimate secret to winning any fight is ensuring the fight never takes place. Professionals do not enter a room looking for targets. They enter looking for exits. This is the ghost protocol. Before you even engage in a conversation that feels sideways, you must have already identified 2 ways out and the obstacles in between. If you are thinking about how to win the fight, you've already failed the first test of survival. You should be thinking about how to never be involved in the first place. Your primary goal is never to win an engagement, but to facilitate a clean escape that leaves no footprint. If you find yourself in a physical struggle and you haven't already scanned for the door, you are fighting a losing battle. Entry is ego, exit is survival. The man who leaves first is the only one who truly wins. Rule 2. Shock and vanish. If physical intervention becomes an absolute necessity, it must be characterized by total shock. You are not looking to box, you are looking to create a neural brownout. By using overwhelming sensory input, a sudden auditory blast, or a high kinetic impact, you force the attacker's brain into a state of temporary paralysis as it tries to reboot from the data surge. This is the orbital flashbang principle. You overwhelm their nervous system so completely that their conscious mind retreats for a vital few seconds. In that 2-second window of their confusion, you do not wait to see the outcome or assess the damage. You vanish. Your goal is to be a ghost before their vision clears or their balance returns. The vanish is the most important part of the trick. You must be a memory before they even realize they've been hit. Rule 1. The aftermath principle. The fight doesn't end when the attacker drops. It ends when the legal system closes the file. We live in an age where cameras are everywhere and every action is recorded from multiple angles. Every movement you make must be forensically articulable, meaning you can explain the biological and legal necessity of your actions to a judge. A survivor who ends up in prison for an unjustifiable escalation is not a winner. They are a different kind of victim. If you cannot explain the threat and your response with clinical clarity, your survival was only partial. The aftermath principle dictates that you act with the minimum force necessary to facilitate escape and nothing more. The best outcome is the one that never reaches a courtroom because your situational awareness prevented the crisis from ever escalating. Stay aware, stay calm, stay alive. These 10 rules are not about the glory of combat. They are about the cold reality of survival. Most people spend their lives hoping a crisis never finds them. You are now equipped with the blueprints to ensure that if it does, you are the one who dictates the terms. If this briefing sharpened your perspective, hit the like button. It's the simplest way to support the lab and keep these archives open. Subscribe and toggle the notification bell so you don't miss the next declassified file.